think that the fact that President Biden is going to be here for 3 days in India, is that going to impact on the other countries feeling that India as a host country is again paying too much attention?
No, I just think you're going on a wrong track here. I think you will see that everybody will come in smoothly, nobody will have to wait for anybody else, you know, for us the G20 is a collective exercise. We will deal with it in that collective side.
It's not just the bandobast I'm talking about.
We are India, you know, we are India, we know how to handle the world. And believe me, especially in the last 10 years, we have shown how we can handle the world. If somebody felt that they were most comfortable in Lutyens Delhi or completely comfortable in Vigyan Bhavan, that's their prerogative. That was their world. So yes, you have had summit meetings where the impact of the country probably went 2 kilometers on a good day out of Vigyan Bhavan. This is a different government, it's a different era, it's a different thought process. Prime Minister felt, and you know, all of us have worked in that direction, that the G20 is something which should be treated as a national endeavor, that different parts of India must have a sense of participation, and that this is something which has been truly, I would say, non-partisan. If you look actually at the G20 events, a lot of it were held in states which are not ruled by BJP governments, they are ruled by governments in the opposition. And you can see the result. I mean, to me, one of the big pluses of the G20 is really how much more interested the people of India, especially the young people of India, have got in foreign policy, and they need it, because look, this is a globalized era. This is an era where the opportunities can be very global, where the problems also, as we saw during COVID, can be global. So we need to, you know, as part of the transformation of India, we need to create a global awareness in this country, and I think the G20 has been very, very helpful in it. And you know, for those who you know, feel that we should be stuck in 1983, I mean, please, you are welcome to be stuck in 1983. I'm sorry, the country has moved on. We are in 2023.
The fact that President Putin and President Xi are not going to be present at the New Delhi meet, has that cast a shadow on the summit?
Not really. I mean, look, I think at different points of time in G20, you know, there have been some presidents or prime ministers who, for whatever reason, have chosen not to come themselves. But you know, that country and that country's position is obviously reflected by whoever is the representative on that occasion. So you had, you know, some occasions where you had you know, a president or two, sometimes three, who have not themselves come. But I do think, you know, my sense from talking to the ministers certainly, and I know the Sherpas are in touch with each other. They are right now trying to hammer out the final document. I think everybody is coming with a great deal of seriousness. I mean,
will it have an impact on the outcome of the meet?
I would put it this way, that the issues are there. These are not issues that are this morning being taken up. I mean, there's a whole gestation period of 8-9 months where at different levels ministers or officials have tried to progress an issue. So this is like a culmination. You know, these are really about 16-18 processes which are all coming together to be stitched up together to produce a summit.
So Russia and China are not really miffed with India, and is that the reason?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with India. I mean, I think whatever decision they make, I mean, they would know best, but I would not at all see it the way you would suggest. India, that is Bharat. It is there in the Constitution. Please, I would invite everybody to read it.
So it's not something which is new. It is something which existed in the Constitution, and so you didn't do. It's not a new roll of dice.
No, look, I think when you say Bharat, in a sense, a meaning and a understanding and a connotation that comes with it, and that is reflected in our constitution as well.
The opposition says that you have lost focus on our neighborhood. Even though you have a neighborhood first policy, relations with Pakistan has taken a downturn. China, you yourself said we have abnormal relations. Has focus shifted by us looking at the big picture?
So why don't you ask people in Sri Lanka? What do they think about the neighborhood? Why don't you ask people in Bangladesh? Why don't you ask people in Bhutan and Nepal? Do they feel that today India is doing more? Is India more reliable? Is India more relevant? You will get a very different answer. Now, if somebody says that the proof of a good foreign policy is to carry on with Pakistan as though a big terrorist strike hasn't happened and that's par for the course, then I'm sorry, they have a different worldview. That's not the kind of neighborhood first policy that we are running.